Hey everyone, it's Triple Mango Threat, and today we're all playing Precons. This is a 3-player game. Sean has added about 3 cards that are not in this Precon. Lotus Petal is one of them. He cracks the Lotus Petal and gets Ethereum Sculptor. Very powerful card here. Makes his artifacts cost 1 less. Bland plays a tapped land. I draw, and then I also play a tapped land. It's Sean's turn again. He draws, untaps, plays a land tapped, taps his island, plays a Thought Vessel. Taps that to play Azorius Signet. Again, his artifacts are costing 1 less. Very powerful card from Ethereum Sculptor. Bland plays a land, taps 2 for Mycosynth Wellspring. It's my turn. I untap, draw, play a Swamp, and then I play a Servo Schematic. I don't think much of this card immediately, but when it enters or is in the graveyard from the battlefield, I get a 1/1 Servo. It's Sean's turn. He draws and taps his mana. He plays Thought Monitor, which has affinity for artifacts and gets to draw 2 cards. Bland plays a Wayfarer's Bauble on his turn, cracks it, gets a basic land. It's my turn. I get to play a land, and then I play Commander Sphere. I hit Bland for 1 with my Servo that I made from Servo Schematic. It's Sean's turn. He draws, and I move the camera. He casts his Commander Urza, which has affinity for artifacts, by the way. He gets a construct from his commander at his end step. It's a very powerful commander. It's Bland's turn. He's playing an Acre Wellspring. When it enters or leaves the battlefield, he draws. And then he has Oni Cult Anvil, which is able to sack an artifact. It's my turn, and I cast Joyra, Weatherlight Captain. Great way to start drawing cards from our artifact spells. I hit Bland again for 1 damage. It's Sean's turn. He's tapping his mana. He plays Scholar of New Horizons. I haven't seen this one before. I don't know if it is a reprint. But he does smack me for 5 damage, and then I take another one from Bland's Oni Cult Anvil. And then he's also going to get a construct from this as well. It's now Bland's turn. He goes to draw. He plays a land. And he casts Trading Post. Not a lot of people like this one, but I think it's cool. It's my turn, and I cast Machine God's Effigy. Very powerful card here, and super underrated. So I get to copy Sean's commander, so that means I'm going to get a construct at my end step now. It's Sean's turn now. He untaps. He gets to play a land. And he's going to get a plains with Scholar of New Horizons. He casts Mirror Battlesphere. I didn't realize how good this was in the deck because, remember, his constructs get +1/+1 for each artifact he controls. So that gives him +5/+5. He swings at me for 22. I'm able to block. But again, his creatures have menace, so I still have to take 11. Bland sacks Ichor Wellspring to Oni Anvil, and it's his turn now. He's untapping, and he casts Blasphemous Act, which clears the board. I tap 2 and crack my Wayfarer's Bauble, and now we are fixing our board states. Bland cast Mishra, his commander, and also Pneumonic Sphere. At his combat, he's swinging a 4/4 at me, and he copied Pneumonic Sphere. He sacks it at the end of his end step, makes a construct with Oni Anvil. I took 4 from that, so I'm at 19 now. I untap, it's my turn. I play a Command Tower, and then I play Padim, and hopefully I'm going to start drawing more cards. It's Sean's turn, and he plays a Tashar. He pays 3 more to cast Alashio Clockwork Scholar, which he's going to start drawing a huge amount of cards, and from his Teshar trigger, he gets Ethereum Sculptor back, and since that creature entered the battlefield, he gets to draw a card. It's Bland's turn. He casts a Padim as well. He goes to combat and swings at Sean for 4. He takes 4. He makes a construct from Oni Anvil. It's my turn. I draw my upkeep. And at my turn, and I'm casting Thoughtcast. For 1 blue mana, I get to draw 2. I cast Rakdos Charm, and then follow up with my commander. I then get a copy of Servo Schematic with my commander. When it enters, I get a 1/1 Servo, and when it leaves, because I have to sacrifice it, I get another Servo. It's Sean's turn. He casts Hexavis, and that gets Scholar of New Horizons from Teshar's trigger. He hits Bland for 2 damage. It's Bland's turn. He draws a card. He plays a mountain. He goes to combat, and Pneumonic Sphere makes a copy of that. He'll sacrifice it before Sean can block with Hexavis. It's my turn and I try to cast a Hellkite Igniter, but Sean responds with a D-Spark. I respond with a Factor Fiction. I let him take 5 cards, and I pick the 3 on the left side. So I get an Oni Anvil, and Bedevil, and another removal spell. So Hellcat Igniter is exiled, but I'm still swinging 4, and it's blocked. It's Sean's turn. He plays a land. He goes to get a Plains tapped. He's going to cast his commander. He casts Cranial Plating, which is going to get +1/+0 for each artifact he controls. Now, Bland did take 4 from combat. He does cast Workshop Elders on his turn, which can give his artifact creatures flying, which can be very powerful. He swings 4 at Sean, and so now Sean and Bland are tied for their life totals, and I'm at 19. He discards a land, and it's my turn. I untap, I draw, I cast a Faithless Looting, so I get to draw 2 and then discard 2. I later cast Ichor Wellspring, so I get to draw a card. So hopefully I can start copying that with Urza. I also cast Audacious Reshapers, so I can start sacrificing my artifacts and getting some at random, getting some more value, hopefully. I cast Dimir Signet, start ramping a little bit more. I go to combat. I make a copy of Ichor Wellspring. I get to draw a card. I also make a 4/4, which is the copy of Ichor Wellspring. When it dies, I get to draw a card. It's Sean's turn. He draws. He looks at his mana, and he pays 1 for an Arcane Signet because of Ethereum Sculptor. He casts March of Progress, so he's going to copy 3 of his creatures. He makes a copy of Hexavis, Ethereum Sculptor, and another Construct. He removes a counter from his Hexavis copy to give it flying, and he swings at me. I sadly don't have enough colors for my removal spells that I had in my hand earlier, so I do die from this game. Bland gives Sean a Factor Fiction, so he leaves him with 4 and 1 for the piles, and Bland takes the 4. He really wants the mana from that pile, which I was surprised about. I don't really know the purpose of that. But he plays a land, plays a Felwar Stone, taps some more mana, and he casts a Lithoform Engine, which I didn't even know was in this deck. He taps more and casts Terrasayer's Devastation, which is a board wipe, and he's going to copy it with Lithoform Engine. In response, Sean is tapping Scholar of New Horizons, and he's going to get a Plains tapped to still get some value out of that creature. The boys are now cleaning up their battlefields, and it is Sean's turn. He goes to draw, taps some mana, cast his commander. He attaches Cranial Plating to his commander. At his end step, he's going to get a Construct, and he moves his dice to count how many artifacts he currently has. It's Bland's turn. He cast a Hellkite Igniter, pumping it up, and Sean concedes. That is the game. Let me know what you guys thought of this type of recording, of me being your narrator. I'd love your feedback. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the Precons as well, and thank you to the members who help support this show. You can also become a member for 99 cents, and if you'd like to buy any of these Precons, I'll have links to them in the description down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.